Welcome back to Good Germs Off-Road Adventures, and as you can see, welcome back to the Excursion. Today, we're going to replace the transmission temperature sender unit. Stick around. So as you can see, we're driving the rig around, and a few years ago when I had the transmission rebuilt, I went ahead and installed a Mishimoto transcooler, big giant thing, and a GlowShift gauge pack. Only two gauges on this gauge pack. They're right here on the A pillar. A boost o-meter and a transmission temperature o-meter. And it's been working fine, but lately the trans temp o-meter has had some difficulty figuring out, what temperature the transmission is at. It either says it has no temperature, or it swings back and forth and says it has either no temperature or all of the temperatures, which would be 260 degrees, which, if your transmission's really running at that, you've got no transmission left. I'll show you what I'm on about. So right now, you see it says 0, and car's up to temperature fully, and the transmission has no temperatures in it. Sure. So as you can see, this thing just kind of picks and chooses whatever temperature it thinks it wants to tell you, which doesn't really work for me. I do like to know sort of what actual temperature the transmission is running at, so I know if I've got a problem or not. So we're going to go ahead and back this thing up into the shop here, and we're going to address that by putting in a new sender unit.
So this is the unit we're going to replace it with. This is the GlowShift replacement, temperature sending unit. So up under the Excursion, and before I really get started, I do want to let you know I do have a jack, and I do have a jack stand under here, so this thing is not so likely to fall on me. Anywho, I'm going to try to get my finger in here. So this is the driver's side of the transmission. This is a thing. There's the shift cable. Shift cable's up here. This wire right here comes across, and this is the sender unit right here. So if you're putting one of these in new, this is actually where the inspection port to the transmission is. But this is the sender unit that we're going to be replacing. So quite simply, just unplug from this guy here and take that out and put the new one in. Okay, so first we're going to unplug it. I know I've got the white wire tied to the green one and the black one tied to the black one. Thankfully, this is not on the exhaust side of the car. Otherwise, it'd be hot. There would be hot things. Okay, unplugged. I'm going to make sure that the polarity with the plugs is the same as it is on the new one. Yep, they're the same. I'm also going to try this through socket thing, or at least that was the plan. But it appears this transmission bracket, the mount for the cable, might be in the way. In theory, I thought this was a good idea to use this ratchet and through socket. Oh wait, it might still be a good idea. Nope, it doesn't want to go on there. Well, we've got it on. Break it loose. Yeah, no. So I think I'm going to have to maybe come in from the other side and just put a wrench on it. That's a 14 millimeter thing there. Yep, I think it's going to have to be a wrench. Okay, well, this angle might be a little better. Of course, now I'm underneath the warm engine, but that's okay. Let's put the, we're going to try the ratcheting wrench. Put it on lefty-loosey mode. And that more or less does the trick. I don't have a lot of swing here, but that's okay. Just need to get it loose to a point where I can do it with my fingers. And I do expect a little bit of oil to come out, so I'm going to try to snatch that with the hold a rag on it while it's leaking, whilst I put this one on the ground and pick up the new one. Actually, not much at all is coming out, which is good. So now we're just going to thread the new one in. I don't know if I said this before, in case I haven't. The size of the wrench you're going to need is 14 millimeter if you're doing the GlowShift thing. Now we're just going to tighten it up. It's also worth noting that I did check the transmission fluid level properly, warmed up, in park, level ground, and she's full. So we don't have a low transmission fluid condition causing inaccurate readings. And when I first installed this, it was better. It's only recently started, being inconsistent with what temperature it would decide it wanted to, show me. Okay, that's good. Let's get up there and wipe off anything that may have spilled, which really didn't look like much, which is good. Okay, bring this back around and plug these back in. That's one. And this one want to. Well, go in there. That's your home. You too good for your home? Transmission's warm. I don't like it against my hand here. Get in there. Okay. I think that's it. And with that, I believe, we're done. Let's collect the tools and get out of here. Well, these adjustable wrenches, they sure do come in handy, and I think I've mentioned it before. You can pick these up at any store that sells them. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and test it out now. And power stroke now. Okay, well, right away, I can tell you it's sitting just shy of the 100-degree mark, but it's not moving. It's just staying there. Let's just go ahead and give it a drive and see how she does. Well, it sure looks like that quick little repair job worked. If you have questions, we have answers. Okay, that billboard has answers if you have questions. Anyway, so it looks like the
you know, the replacement of the thing. It looks like it worked just fine. I know you can't see it right now, but it's actually looks like it's holding at a temperature and not bouncing all over the place. I know I just said that a minute ago, but we've got, you know, a couple more miles down the road. Everything's nice and warmed up. All the juices are flowing. But don't take my word for it. You know, have a look at it. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I know this is a little quick video, but look, sometimes the repair jobs are just little and quick. If you happen to find yourself watching this here video and you're not yet subscribed, please consider doing that. I did check, and even though it's 2024, it's still free. It would be really awesome if you did that. Maybe throw a like my way. That'd be cool. You know, I guess in the meantime, we'll see you later.